Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Ryan Likes Aliens. Well, it's 11:29 a.m. and it's July 14th, 2022. Well, it's 11:40 a.m. in the morning. I'm uploading this on my Schizophrenic Ryan channel. It's 11:40 a.m. in the morning, and it's July 12th. It's July 14th, 2022. No, it's not July 12th. It's July 14th. It's July 14th, 2022, and it's 11:40 a.m. in the morning. 11:41 a.m. in the morning. July 14th, 11:41 a.m. Since it is Thursday, that means my first girlfriend, Alicia, works today. With Alicia, I figured her when I was 14 or 15. And then my second girlfriend, Brooke, gave me a blowjob and I ate her out. And then I was with a third black girlfriend named Tanya, a fourth one named Nadia, and then a fifth one named Sabrina. That I figured at my 17th birthday party. And when I was 17 and my dad George did not buy me a car, he did not let my friends come over, and he's been laying his hands on me and abusing me for a very long time. And my stepdad would lock me in rooms and closets when I was young. And see, I had a girlfriend with black hair 9 months ago. Named Blarda. And 9 months ago, me and my friend Austin did 5 or 6 threesomes on my girlfriend with black hair. I don't know, my dad did not buy me a car until I turned 21 or 22. Even though I'm a paranoid schizophrenic, there are like 9 or 10 people on my Facebook that are real, and about 14 or 15 of them I'm not friends with. And like I said, sometime in October of last year, I hung out with a boy named Jay, who said he would let me sleep with his girlfriend, and he didn't. And he didn't pay for my ride back home. My dad did. Only on one day when I was young, I did things with a boy named Brian. Just because I tried to talk to girls at school and they didn't like me. Like this girl with black hair named Cindy. I liked a mixed girl named Kelly that played the violin. And I had a friend named Ray. Overall, I find that remission from schizophrenia is possible. But it's hard when people dwell on past things. And my second threesome named Alex stole from me. Because I'm 30, and sometime about 2 or 3 years ago is when my second threesome named Alex stole from me. And they diagnosed me as a paranoid schizophrenic when I was 20 or 21. And I did work for 3 or 4 years pushing carts. My situation was tied into Jeffree Star, and Chris Crocker and Kara and Johnny Boy XO because of who I was, but I never attempted to be famous off of it. And I had a job pushing carts for like 4 years at a grocery store. And then I worked at an alcohol store, but they fired me. And I'm a little bit tipsy. But they fired me. There was this guy that his name was Gary that wanted to have a threesome with me and my ex-boyfriend. Even though I'm a schizophrenic, the people of coincidence, people are always real. Like I said, there was a girl named Jasmine with a sister named Brandy that I did things with 3 or 4 years ago. There is my dad's girlfriend Margie, who calls herself Gigi, with a sister named Jeanette that is real. There is a boy named Dan Reichley that went to my alternative school, and this artist named Damon Winning. There is my friend John Powell. It makes me think of this guy named John Hawk that raped a girl in Stickham. There is Brooke Dirks and Bailey Connor, who are real. And my ex-boyfriend would call himself Billy Myers. And there's a Rob Meyer boy that bullied me when I was young that has a Facebook. And see, I like to listen to music by Hollywood Undead. I like Damon Winning, the artist. And the only girlfriend of mine I have on Facebook is my 5th girlfriend, Sabrina, that I fingered at my 17th birthday party. My friend said he can give me weed sometime. I find weed to help me. And like I said 9 months ago, I had a girlfriend with black hair. I go to the store and buy things with my money. When my disability money comes in. I could make a girlfriend no matter what I would do. And see, my situation was tied into all kinds of other shit. But I never attempted to buy a camera and be famous off of it. And you know, there would be times where I would throw up around my friends because I have stomach problems. And I have OCD and I have bipolar depression and schizophrenia and Tourette's with epilepsy and autism and bipolar disorder. And really, my dad, George, was not giving me my schizophrenia disability money at all. So if you ever see a schizophrenia video on YouTube and a person writes down that their friend died, or that, you know, they don't believe in animal torture, or that they suffer from PTSD, or that they just don't like this person as their significant past other, or that they were just cheated on, or that they were just stolen from, or that there's slander pages out there with their name and people make status updates about them and like them that are negative. Don't dislike their videos. You never know what they might be going through behind the scenes, because that's really my story of me. Ryan likes aliens, you know. You know, growing up in my public school, there was a boy that followed me around that bullied me. There was, you know, my first best friend named Victor that I hung out with, who was a pyro. And he was my best friend. And then my new best friend is James, and then after Victor, my best friend was a guy named Billy that was a famous drag queen. And really, I felt like this boy that built a playground project, it stole $10,000 worth of merchandise out of this woman's house. Would put things about me on this one slander page. And see, a person might have tried to kill themselves 3 times in their life, like I have, and I have one self-harm scar. I've tried to kill myself 3 times in my life. During one psychosis, I wrote down I was violently raped. Even though there was only a boy that attempted to rape me when I was 26 or 27. And see, when I was young, there was a man that was named Chris that said, if you show me yours, I'll show you mine to me. And I fingered my first girlfriend, Alicia, when I was 14 or 15. And then I fingered her. And then I got with my second girlfriend, Brooke. And she gave me a blowjob and I ate her out. And then I was with a third black girlfriend named Tanya, who died sometime about 5 or 6 years ago, a fourth one named Nadia. And then a fifth one named Sabrina that I fingered at my 17th birthday party. And then from the time until I was 17 until I was 20, I was with my boyfriend that knew Jeffree Star, Chris Crocker, and Johnny Boy XL. And then I did things with a boy named Kelly J. Caldwell one day after him. And then I got with my girlfriend that would cheat on me. And text other boys. And then, like I said, 9 months ago, I had a girlfriend with black hair. My girlfriend would cheat on me and text other boys. I was stolen from. I knew my dad did not buy me a car. He did not let my friends come over. And this old transvestite woman made 2 slander pages about me when I was 17. They would get beaten up at gay bars, and so that her boyfriend Jeff would come in and beat her. And really, I opened up a YouTube channel sometime about 3 or 4 years ago, but it was a stream of dislikes on all of my videos. But I wrote down that I don't believe in animal torture. I wrote down that I don't have to answer any questions, because my situation is tied into Jeffree Star, the singer and makeup guy. I wrote down that my situation is tied into Chris Crocker. I wrote down that people assumed I wasn't real. I wrote down that my dad was playing with my disability money. I wrote down I don't have to answer any questions. I wrote down that I don't like this person as my ex-boyfriend. And I wrote down that I will not say I am gay or bisexual. During my psychosis, I wrote down that I did things with a balloon one day when I was young. Named Brian. I wrote down that I was one of the most popular boys in my alternative school. And I wrote down that people in my family would lock me in closets. And I wrote down that my mom held scissors to my face. I wrote down that I don't like people in my family, because they're evil. I wrote down that I believe in a goddess that follows me around all the time with a knife and a gun. I wrote down that I don't play with weapons even though I'm Wiccan. But during my psychosis, I held out a knife on one video and said, if you try and come here, it'll be illegal for you, because I live on private property. I wrote down that there was a girl that I had a one-night stand with, because I'm 30, and sometime when I was 25 or 26 is when I had a one-night stand with a girl named Gabby. I wrote down that I don't like this person as my ex-boyfriend. I wrote down that my dad was playing with my disability money and he would punch me in the face. I wrote down that I don't like this guy as my ex-boyfriend, and I just wish I could talk to Jeffree Star or Chris Crocker or Kara. I wrote down that I'm a paranoid schizophrenic person. I wrote down that I have stomach problems where I throw up, and during my psychosis I threw up online in front of the camera. I wrote down that I'm a schizophrenic person. I wrote down that they paid me $800 a month in disability for my issues. I wrote down that I was just raped by a drag queen. I wrote down all those things. And this is going on 28 minutes and 20 seconds. It is 11:56 a.m. And it's July 14th, 2022. So I hope everybody is enjoying their day. Much love and peace to everybody from Ryan Likes Aliens. I'm going to watch Demolition Ranch on YouTube. I'm going to text my Damon winning Damon Dash friend and play my Sims 4 today and listen to music. I hope everybody's good. Like I said, it's July 14th, 2022. Somebody might need this advice one day if you're ever schizophrenic. Let's say, you were just stolen from. Let's say you were just cheated on. Let's say your job fired you. Let's say you tried to work in an alcohol store and they were mean to you. Let's say that you just don't like your life. Let's say you experience real people coincidences. And let's say you open up a channel and people just like your videos. Because my situation was that I opened up a channel 3 or 4 years ago and wrote down that I was just raped. I wrote down I will not say I'm gay or bisexual. I wrote down that I have schizophrenia and Tourette's with epilepsy and autism and bipolar. I wrote down my dad was not giving me my disability money. I wrote down if I didn't care if I went to jail over my situation because my black friend died from the coronavirus. I wrote down that my girlfriend would cheat on me. I wrote down that I will not say I'm gay. And no, I will not say I'm gay as I stand here. Because I feel as if I'm not gay or bisexual. Because I feel at this point in Brian that I did things with only one day when I was young doesn't count. I feel what counts is my 5 girlfriends in my alternative school. I feel what counts is my girlfriend on the slander page that gave me a blowjob when I was 15 or 16. I feel what counts is the fact that I like to have threesomes, like I had a threesome 9 months ago with my girlfriend with black hair. I feel like what counts is that I'm a nice person that loved all my alternative school friends and I don't believe in animal torture. I wrote down that I love my rabbit and my dad will not buy me a cat. I wrote down that my cat got out. I wrote down I find my life to be cruel and difficult. I wrote down that I experience real people coincidences. I wrote down that I believe in a god and a goddess. I wrote down I was one of the most popular boys in my alternative school. I wrote down I wished I was famous. I wrote down I don't have to answer any questions. And that I just want Jeffree Star to contact me. I wrote down that I just like girls and sex and threesomes. And I wrote down I will not say I'm gay or bi. I wrote down that my ex-boyfriend was famous. And I wrote down that I found this boy named Kelly's channel that I did things with only on one day after him when I was 20 or 21. I wrote down that the boy named Brian denied my friend request. I wrote down that I don't like this guy as my ex-boyfriend. I wrote down that the only girlfriend of mine that I really did things with is my 5th girlfriend, Sabrina, that I fingered at my 17th birthday party. I wrote down that I had a first girlfriend named Alicia when I was 14 or 15, a second one named Brooke, a third one named Tanya who died 5 or 6 years ago, a fourth one named Nadia, and a fifth one named Sabrina. I wrote down I could not make a girlfriend no matter what I would do. And this is going on 32 minutes and 16 seconds. And it's July 14th, 2022. I'm in a good mood. I'm going to watch Demolition Ranch today. My best friend James Colvin is here. So everybody's good. Much love and peace to everybody from Ryan Likes Aliens.